All right, what up, everybody?
Hey!
Welcome to the stream. I'm Mike. Got Lauren here with me today. Very excited. Man, we have a great day in store. I'm very excited.
I'm excited too.
We have, there's just a lot going on. So we had youth night this last week. Let's start talking about that. Relive the magic of youth night.
Let's talk about youth night.
How was youth night?
It was great.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was your favorite part of youth night?
Goodness. There's so many.
To pick from.
I know. There really is. I think if I had to boil it down to one thing, I would say just having all of our students in one location.
That was really
That
great.
was just really special.
It's been a minute since we've done that, so
and
that was nice.
I've only been here for a year.
Right.
So that was my first time having all of our students in one place.
Yeah.
You know, apart from CIY, but that's still different, you know?
Yeah, because it's not really on our turf,
Yep.
so to speak. So, yeah, because the last time, if you've been in the student ministry for a minute, last time was probably like Mix and Move during the pandemic, which was like a minute ago. It's crazy that this thing has been going on for that long, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved that.
What was yours? What was your favorite part?
Man, there was a lot of really good parts. Some of my favorites. So we busted out the Oculus and had that as a station. That was incredible. So it was like a group of 7th graders that were just all like huddled around the TV, like wanting to go next. And that was really fun. Yeah, I mean the games. Loved the games. Games were super
great.
fun. We had Mega Golf and Super Combo, which were two big old crowd games that we played, so that was really great. Loved worship, getting everyone all in the same room.
Good.
That was just the whole vibe.
So good.
Was great. And then Anne's message just crushed it.
She really
so great.
did.
Yeah. If you missed it, if you were not there, you missed a time. We are gonna put that up on YouTube. It is forthcoming. Hopefully this week will be up on YouTube. So yeah, if you missed it, you should come to the next one. So the next one, September 25th, on a Saturday. It's gonna be, you can be at your campus. If you are not here at Northwest, be at your campus at 5, and then you can be here. Doors open at 6:30 here. So it's gonna be a time, y'all. And other best part of the night, we got merch. We've got
gotta showcase the merch. Are you wearing the hat too, or is that a different hat?
I'm not.
Okay.
This is a totally different hat. But yeah, we got a little bit of everything. What all do we have? I've lost track. There's just so many things.
We have a lot. So we've got a hat. It's a trucker hat. Is that what it's
great.
called? It's
trucker
incredible.
Hat. I've heard dad hat, but I don't think that's accurate.
I don't think so, because dad hat's more of the baseball cap.
Yes, it's kind of vintagey. It's got the mesh on the back.
Yep, looks real good.
Right.
So we got trucker hat, hoodie, modeled by Mike over here.
Yep.
We have a nice long sleeve.
Comfort color, wonderful green long sleeve. Looks amazing.
So good. We have a short sleeve, super vibey on the back.
I'm gonna see if I can find pictures.
Yes, please do.
While we
please
look,
do.
Maybe we could show the people.
It looks so good. And we have stickers, because you know everybody loves their vinyl
Everybody loves stickers.
For your laptop, for your water bottle, for your phone case. You got it. You got
Everybody
it for everything you
loves
need.
stickers.
It's true.
And did you mention the t-shirt already?
I did.
Great. I just was logging into Instagram.
Yes, we got our cool t-shirt.
I think
merch looks so good. It really does.
Merch looks. Hang on. Let me throw it over to this. Yeah,
check
bada
it
boom.
Out.
Got a couple
amazing.
The long sleeve.
Shout out to Deontay, Caitlin, Hud, Kate, Charlie.
Yup. Just
Jayla,
the whole
crew.
squad.
Amazing.
Y'all, it looks so good.
It does.
So next youth night, you should come. You should buy some merch.
Buy it.
It's gonna be incredible. Yeah. There's just so many good things about the night. It was just such a great night.
It really was.
What was your favorite part of Anne's message?
That's a hard question.
If you had to pick one.
I was talking about this with somebody today, though. One of my favorite points she made was she was talking about like all the stuff students study in school right now.
Yeah.
Y'all are studying calculus. You're reading like Shakespeare.
I loved this point.
You are like going through some hard material at school, and like
You're reading like Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, you're learning another language.
Yes.
Like, so she said, like, you can handle like deep biblical truths. And that's so true. Cause I think a lot of times we try to like water things down for young people.
Yeah.
And like the Bible literally says, don't let people look down on you because you're young. Like, so she just elevated everyone to a higher standard. It was so good because that's what we're going to do this year. You know, we're going to dive deep. We're going to talk about some challenging topics, and like we want our students to know that like we believe that you can take it. You know, you can think critically and you can dig deep and be challenged. It's going to be so good. So I just love that she like set that foundation. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I loved that line of like, y'all can handle hard things because you do it in school every single day. So yeah, and not that we're trying to be school, but I mean, does your school have a gaming live stream? No. Don't think they do. So clearly we're not trying to be school, but school just proves you can handle hard things. So
that's true.
Yeah, I loved that. I love that we are studying the Beatitudes this year with youth nights. Because the more you look at them, I think the longer you stare at them and look at them, the longer your mind is like blown with like, I think especially from a place of like, I mean, you look at Instagram, you look at culture, and all of culture, all of social media says, hey, you are blessed if you will be happy if you attain these things, if you attain money and status and power and influence and respect and friends and like all of these good things. And in what should be like Jesus' breakout sermon of like, yo, this is his chance to go viral. He instead flips all of that upside down. And I love how Anne, like she demonstrates, she had sort of this illustration of like how the kingdom of God is like the right now, but not yet.
It's so good.
Of just like acknowledging that like, hey, what Jesus did, like, yes, he brought like perfection, and he brought like the perfect kingdom of heaven that like triumphs over sin and death and sickness and sadness and the grave and like all of those things. Like that is true now. And also we live in this place where it's like, we know that here physically those things have not come to pass yet. And so we live in like this, she kind of drew out this box. You had to be there. It was a great illustration, but it's like we live in those, it's like both of those realities are true at the same time. And that's like where we live. And it's like, it's so hard, but it's so true and so good. So I love that she brought that up. So good. I'm pumped for the next one. Yeah. Very excited.
Yeah. That reminds me of, have you seen Stranger Things?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if anyone watching has seen Stranger Things.
Yes.
Love it. But basically, I had a professor in college who gave us this really cool analogy with Stranger Things that just like blew my mind. So I'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
Because it makes me think of that upside down kingdom of Jesus, right? So if you haven't seen Stranger Things, basically the whole premise is that there's this like lab experiment gone wrong. And because of that, it's like unlocked this like parallel universe almost where like this kid named Will gets trapped in that universe, but it like perfectly mirrors his home. Like it looks just like his house, except it's covered in just like what looks like death,
these awful, these like awful red vines, and
there's
very eerie.
This monster called the Demogorgon that's coming after him, right? But there's this scene where his mom, he goes missing, and she is convinced he's still alive and he's still out there somewhere. They don't know where he's at. They don't know, anything that happened, and they don't know that this other place exists yet, right? Yes. But there's this point where him and his mom have this like touch point where they can like communicate to each other, and she says, like, where are you? Like, just come here. I'm right here. And he says, it's where I'm at. He's like, it's like home, but it's just so cold. Yeah. And I'm like, man, that's such a good picture of like where we're at. It's like, it's like heaven, but like, it's still kind of cold. You know what I mean?
There's glimpses of it that it's like, okay,
it's familiar.
That is true. And also, that's such a great illustration.
And so it makes me think of like what Anne was talking about, that like Jesus invites us into the work of helping flip it upside down. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so cool.
Yes.
Like bring more pieces of life into that place where it feels dark and cold, and like just help heaven be more apparent where it's not. And I just love that.
Yeah.
So cool.
I love, although the upside down is in Stranger Things, a terrifying
Yes,
place.
you don't want to be there.
That you don't ever want to visit ever.
You don't.
Whereas our parallel reality is like the ultimate place, like the best that can ever be. So there's that.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact. So there's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons references in Stranger Things. I am a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. You are also somewhat of a Dungeons and Dragons nerd,
true.
a little bit.
The
Demigorgon is an actual Dungeons and Dragons villain. Fun fact.
How many hit points does it have to take it
gosh.
down?
It's pretty up
probably
there.
a lot.
It's like it's a pretty hefty like. Yeah. I would be curious to know the Dungeons and Dragons side of me is just like spinning off.
Right.
I'd be curious to know like because the whole like first episode, not the whole first episode, but like things kind of kick off with them like playing Dungeons and Dragons. I would be curious like how far along are they? What levels are they? Like because like the Demigorgon is like a pretty big, he's a big deal. He's a big deal in D&D.
Big deal.
He's a big guy.
Gotta take him down.
So anyway, fun facts. There's your random D&D fact of the day that you didn't ask for. There it is. You're welcome. Well, man, also this week, it was a jam-packed weekend. There was a lot that happened. Also this weekend, we had a special guest speaker, the one and the only Kenny Hart. Not Kevin Hart. We did not have Kevin Hart. Very different. We had Kenny Hart. Who preached a fire message.
So good.
Good night.
He brought the heart.
Kenny Hart and the soul.
So good.
Man, was so good. Kenny was like a level of expressive that I am like, let's go.
Yes.
Let's get more of that. It was incredible. What were just like some takeaways from like Kenny, his message? So do you want to recap at least a little bit of the message for those that didn't catch it?
Yeah, so Kenny focused all on the resurrection, which first of all, love that because we really, most times you only hear about the resurrection on Easter, right?
Yep.
But he said this is something that we should be celebrating every day, and it's something that should impact and inform our whole life, not just one day a year.
Yep.
And I thought that was incredible.
Yeah.
So first of all, to hear a resurrection sermon on a non-Easter Sunday was really special.
Always great.
So really loved that. But he tells the story of Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of Jesus, and then Salome. And these three women went to go, they back in those days, they would like anoint a dead body with different herbs and spices and oils just to help preserve it and to help give it like a proper burial. So they go to the tomb to see Jesus's dead body and to take care of his body. And they find that spoiler alert, Jesus rose from the grave, is no longer there. They have this interaction with an angel, and the angel sends them out. But what Kenny did is he had us like imagine, like what would have happened if they would have stopped. Like if they would have got to the tomb, saw, the stone was still there, and they looked up and God like rolled the stone away, which was a miracle in and of itself. Right. But like what would have happened if they would have saw the stone and then just walked away? So he helped us just like put ourselves in the story and to really imagine it. But what he said was like his biggest thing was just keep moving forward, like one step at a time, because your miracle is on the other side of your mobility.
I loved that line.
That was
a fire line. The fire line.
So good. So he just challenged us a lot. What were some of your biggest takeaways?
Oh my gosh. I feel like there were so many. It was almost hard to keep track because I was like, oh, that's good.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
I know.
Tweet it.
I know.
Yeah.
So I loved, I think maybe the point that I loved the most was like, he kind of pointed out, like, did you notice like they were moving towards the tomb and they did not have a solution for like the problem, right? Like even like, and I think the other, so I'm going to make another point and then come back to the point I was about to make. So he made this point of like, man, we today tend to look back on the resurrection and we kind of lose that surprise element of, because we know how the story ends. Like we have the benefit of hindsight. And so to look back on the resurrection story, we're like, oh yeah, Jesus rose from the dead. But like, think about conceptually, if you were those women, you have no reason to believe that he would be anywhere but dead in the tomb. And so these women are like moving towards the tomb, knowing that there's this giant boulder. Not only is there a giant boulder in the way, but there's a Roman guard who's instructed not to let anyone in. And so they have literally no idea how they're going to deal with that at all. But they're just like, we love Jesus so much that we're just going to keep moving towards him, even though we don't have any answers at all. And I love the way that Kenny phrased it. In the verse, it says, and they looked up and saw that the stone was rolled away, that the guard was gone, that the tomb was empty, except for this angel that tells them what the deal is. And yeah, and I just love that point of like, look, you don't have to have it all figured out in order to keep moving forward.
That's so good.
Like, you don't have to have the solution because God is already there at the end of the road. He's the one that rolls the stone away. He's the one that raises the dead. He's the one that scatters the guard. Like, he's the one that makes the way. You just have to, in your love for Jesus, keep moving forward. I loved that point because I think all of us have like been on the receiving end of like, I don't know how this is going to work out. Yeah. But like, the call for us is just to be faithful and to keep moving forward and to trust that at the end of the road, God is going to move things where they need to be. And then, just his point of like, look up. Like it was when they looked up and saw that, that this miracle had happened. Yeah. So when they stopped looking down at the road, looking down at their problems, I mean, he kind of mentioned like looking at the news, looking at social media, like all the things that we look down at. He was like, the second that they looked up, that was when they saw that God had already done the work.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah. And, when they had the encounter with the angel and the empty tomb, the angel was like, hey, go. Yeah. Like, go and tell these people. And guess what? He's already there. Like, he's out in front of you. And that's one of the things Kenny said is like, you can take those steps in confidence knowing that he is already ahead of you. Like, he is already where you're going. And he will meet you there. And I was like, ooh, that's
That'll
good.
Preach.
It will. It will. It's such a good message. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out.
We're going to have to, I think we can, later on when this is a video and you're viewing this after the fact, we'll link to it. It's excellent.
So
it's
good.
Amazing. Oh man. Okay. So speaking of Kenny, so Kenny's from Brooklyn. Yeah. So he's from the East Coast. He's from the big city. So you had mentioned that you spent time out on the East Coast.
I did.
And actually, I just yanked my cord out of my headphones. No. So actually, I have too. So I actually spent a summer out in DC. So where you said you spent a summer out on the East Coast? Yes. Where was that at?
Delaware.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So what? Delaware. Yeah. I feel like Indiana people don't know anything about geography of the East Coast for the most part. So like, was there a city in Delaware that you were in particular?
It wasn't. Okay, here's the thing about Delaware. Okay,
it's not very big.
Yeah, can I give some Delaware facts to just kind of like set the stage?
Please give your Delaware
Get ready for your Delaware education. Let me know. I knew none of this before I moved there. Right. As far as I knew, Delaware was just some rando state out on the East Coast.
Probably what they think of Indiana.
Right,
so,
yeah, for sure.
In fairness.
So Delaware, first of all, no sales tax.
Really?
Loved that.
That's great.
Love that. Still decent prices and everything, but you do not have to pay.
What it costs is what it costs.
Exactly.
That's it. You don't have to do the math of, wait, I have to add 7% on
a dollar menu is actually a dollar menu.
99. The 99-cent menu is actually 99 cents.
Yes. So learn that really quick.
Great.
Had to really readjust once I moved back, with budgeting and everything. So no sales tax. Delaware is actually only made up of 3 counties.
Really?
Yep. It is
we have 90-something here in Indiana.
Yeah. So just think about that. 3. Okay.
That's wild.
Now, this is interesting to me. It is the 6th. It's the 6th state with the largest population density. So people crammed into one spot,
Makes sense.
But it's the 2nd smallest population out of all of the states, which is
Rhode Island is presumably number 1.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
Now, this is my favorite fact about Delaware.
Okay.
Okay. There are 200 chickens per one person.
That's amazing.
In the state of Delaware.
That's my new favorite fact about Delaware.
But the crazy thing is that I lived there for a whole entire summer and I barely saw any chickens. So I don't know where they're keeping them.
There's like a secret chicken vault somewhere.
I can confirm the chicken to person ratio in Delaware is
interesting. That's my new. Yeah. I wonder. I would love to know what is one super random ratio fact of every state.
Right.
Like, what's our random? Like Indiana, we have 50 soybean fields for every one person. I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna look it up while we're sitting here.
I think that's so fascinating.
Yes.
So Delaware, geographically, it's right up against the Atlantic, right? Atlantic on the east side.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, geography.
Nope. It's a challenge. Right up against the Atlantic. So I lived, 20 minutes from the beach, which was awesome. And what is the thing I was gonna say? Hold on, let me think for a sec.
Yeah, you're good. While you're thinking, I'm just gonna toss in random state facts every once in a while. Okay, so number 1, Sweet Home, Alabama is an actual place.
Really? Like it's called Sweet Home?
It is called Sweet Home, Alabama. It is.
The more you know.
Well, okay, so in fairness, it's not a town, but a historic house located in the city of Bessemer. There you go. There is an actual Sweet Home, Alabama.
Huh.
Yeah.
I do remember what I was just going to say while you find your next fact.
Yep.
Is that Delaware is basically what it would be like if you took Indiana. Because as you can see with all the chicken count, like it's very agricultural.
Sure.
There's some like industry and engineering and things like that. But it's literally if you took the land of Indiana and just pushed it up against a beach is what it feels like.
Oh, cool.
Like you'll be like 20 miles out with like little farm fields and things happening, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh nope, I'm actually at the ocean.
Oh,
it's
wait a minute.
Bizarre.
That
but
is
it literally
wild.
feels like Indiana, but just on the beach.
So
basically.
it's like pretty flat.
It is.
Really?
It's very flat, and it's like 2 or 3 hours from every major city on the East Coast. You can go to Baltimore, Boston, New York, DC, do a day trip.
Yep.
Which
pretty
is pretty
much
cool.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So did you do a lot of that while you were out there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
We did DC, Baltimore, and Boston. Did not get a chance to go to New York.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So we should back up and say, what actually were you doing out there?
Yes, this is important. I was doing an internship at a church in Lewis, Delaware. And it was like a congregational ministry internship. So it wasn't specifically student ministry, but got to do everything.
Oh, yeah.
Which was so much fun. Got to help with kids and got to take a group to CIY and then got to help with worship and lead a Bible study. So there was just like a lot of it was a very well-rounded experience.
Yep.
And like summer by the beach.
That's
you know what I mean?
awesome.
It was so much fun. And they were the most hospitable people.
Really? That's good.
Yes.
I've heard, New Yorkers, but I feel like the whole coast sometimes, unless it's like the South, I feel like maybe you'll generalize to like New England as a region. Like sometimes they can get categorized as being very like abrupt people.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Not the case in Delaware.
I'm glad for that. That's good.
The cool thing about Delaware is that they have like laws by the beach where your buildings can only be like 3 stories high.
Oh,
so it's everything you
no
love.
high rises.
Right. Everything you love about a beach town without the really intense like tourist industry. It's where a lot of people from the city go to retire. So people are like, oh yeah, I lived in Baltimore for my whole life, but now I'm here in Delaware. So they're they're just living their best lives out there.
That is true.
Yeah.
Also, different fun fact: Arizona, cutting down a cactus can get you prison time.
Hey man, what you in for?
Cactus cutting.
Did not know
the native saguaro cactus takes a really, really long time to grow, so it is illegal to cut one down. Cutting them down, even on your property, can result in a substantial fine or even jail time. Also, California, it's illegal to bury people in San Francisco.
Oh.
You gotta bury if you're from San Francisco. Sorry, it has been burying the dead has been illegal in San Francisco since 1901.
Interesting.
Space was limited and real estate was at a premium even back then. So the city outlawed burials and moved all cemeteries to neighboring Colma, California.
What?
Currently, the dead in the city outnumber the living by the
I don't
by
like
the
that ratio
of 1,000 to 1.
No.
What on earth? 1,000 to 1.
I'd take chickens over gravesites any day.
That is a terrifying ratio. I take it back. I don't want to know any more ratios anymore. That's a terrifying ratio.
Who wants to live there?
Wow. Oh, here's an interesting one. We could do this all day.
I know.
Colorado is the only state in U.S. history to turn down the Olympics.
Colorado's playing hard to get.
Does
it say why?
Usually cities beg, borrow, and build all varieties of venues to get one of the high-profile events in the world to take place in your backyard. But in 1976, the Olympic Committee awarded the games to Denver, and the city said thanks, but no thanks. The reason? The state voted whether to authorize a $5 million bond issue that would help finance the Olympics. Voters rejected it by a margin of 60%,
Wow.
which they were like, no, we don't want to get stuck with those taxes. Which like is kind of
valid.
I mean, with any big event, if you're if you're building a bunch of stuff, like somebody's got to pay for that.
I feel like that's such a flex, though. Like, yeah, we turned down the Olympics, you know?
I mean, we're still banking on the fact that we hosted the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, which I have heard was I've heard from multiple people that was one of the best run Super Bowls like in history. In terms of, I mean, so here's the thing. Usually the Super Bowl, you pick like a nice, because it's in, February or whatever, so you pick a nice southern state with a beach somewhere, beautiful weather. And so they finally were like, Indiana, like in the middle of February, and there was like snow on the ground. It was a whole thing, but like all of Indy was super, like it's all so walkable. We have secretly some amazing restaurants that are like second to none. So yeah, we crushed it at the Super Bowl. We're still hanging our hat on that.
An Indianapolis fact that I learned.
Yes.
This is from a podcast that I listened to.
Yes.
I learned that the city of Indianapolis is so averagely American. Have I told you this? I don't know if I
feel like maybe I've heard this, but go on.
It's so averagely American that this is actually like a test site for new and upcoming restaurants.
I have heard that. Here's your I'm just imagining like I've heard a variation of that is like companies will test their random products here in the Midwest because here's your bacon flavored potato chip, like that's us.
Yep.
We get to do that.
Yep.
Connecticut, it's the birthplace of the hamburger. What? New Haven, Connecticut. According to legend, Louis' Lunch was sold the first hamburger in 1900. According to legend, when a customer asked if the meat they ordered could be served to go, the owner, Louis Lassen, popped the dining spot's ground steak trimmings between a pair of sliced bread, and the hamburger sandwich was born. I don't know if I believe that, but okay, that's fine. Oh, other Delaware facts.
Ooh, okay, I'm ready.
Home to Bob Marley.
Huh.
Bob Marley lived in Delaware between 1965 and 1977.
Interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Home of reggae legend Bob Marley.
Yep, we're just
there you go.
Full of facts.
We're just gonna spit all the facts today. Yeah. So I'll give you my East Coast story.
Yes,
so
love that.
I interned in DC for a summer, which was awesome. It was very cool. Because I was a political science major, and so I was like, I don't know, maybe I want to go live out in DC. And one summer in DC was all it took to say, no, I don't. I do not. It's an amazing place to visit, bar none. Like, incredible to go visit, especially if you're a history buff. Like, if you love history at all, it is the place to be. So many museums, a lot of which are free. There's a lot of like. If you can be there on the 4th of July, it's like second to none. So yeah, I spent the summer, like we did July 4th on like the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, which was awesome.
That's so
because
cool.
they fire off the fireworks near the Washington Monument, which is like you can see it's like across the lawn or whatever. And so it's like you have like front row seats to them like shooting these awesome. It's like DC, so it's like, all right, ain't nobody gonna do it bigger than us, sort of thing. So yeah, it was incredible. Capitol Hill is super cool. So worked. I would say I worked on. I didn't work on. I gave tours of Capitol Hill though. Yeah. So there's that.
Tour guide Mike.
I was a tour guide.
That's so fun.
I was. That was like my favorite part of the. So yeah, I was an intern, which meant a lot of making copies, answering the phones, writing emails, and giving tours. And tours was hands down my favorite part. So yeah, walked around, pointed out all the different paintings and portraits and busts of very famous people. Fun fact, there is the entrance to the House of Representatives has a whole like rotunda that is full of, it's like each this is a fun fact about DC. Every state has two people that it has a statue of from that state. So Indiana has two like busts from like so it's like a statue from, if you don't know what a bust is, it's a statue from like here. Basically, it's like somebody's face. It's a headshot in marble. That's basically what it is. So every state has two statues in the Capitol building, and most of which are in a room that is like right next to the House of Representatives. Indiana, I'm trying to remember, this is from memory, one of which was a famous author. I think his last name was Lou. He wrote like Ben-Hur or something really, really famous. And then I can't remember what our other one was.
So is it just a room of statues?
Basically. So it's like a big sort of half circle that you walk into, and it's like a bunch of statues that just sort of like line the exterior, because it's like sort of the main entrance for the public to like go, if they want to like go view the House of Representatives. This is sort of like the big, almost like waiting room to like get into the House of Representatives, essentially.
It's probably not as creepy as I'm imagining it to be.
No, it's actually really cool. It's very cool. Yeah, it's just a lot of famous people apparently.
No, that is cool. What I imagined initially is like you go to the basement of a department store and there's just mannequins everywhere.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh. Yeah. But no, that is
the
super
lighting
cool.
is not as creepy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was fun. Got around town in the metro. Learn how to do that. It was an interesting. I remember the first day I was there, my first day on the job, I'm wearing a suit. Everybody's got to wear a suit on Capitol Hill or whatever. And they had us do like it was basically like a scavenger hunt of like, hey, you're going to learn your way around DC, or not DC, but like Capitol Hill. Like, here, go to this place and go to that place, which is a great in theory, but like Washington, D.C. in summer is like notoriously hot and muggy. Literally like worse than an Indiana summer, hands down, because it was literally built over top of a swamp.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
It was literally built over top of a swamp that they essentially like drained. And then, and Capitol Hill, by the way, is on an actual hill. So like I'm in an all black suit in like 95-degree weather, 100% humidity, like swimming through the air. Like I'm like, oh, this is a bad look. This is not good. But it was super good. So yeah, it was a great time. So East Coast stories, great stuff. So speaking of summer, we're getting ready to go into fall.
Yes.
If you had to, I'm just curious, if you had to rate the seasons from best to worst, let's have that hot take.
Yes.
If you had to rate them, what
All
would
right.
it be?
This is easy money for me.
Great.
Okay.
Go
and
for
I'm
it.
really curious to hear yours too.
Yep.
We'll start number one and we'll just work our way down. All right. Number one, it's fall for sure.
Okay.
Me. Number two is spring.
Yep.
3 summer, 4 winter. That's how I'm ranking them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What's your reasoning behind like, fall, numero uno?
Yes. Fall. I think there's this really great anticipation of all the things that come out in fall. There's so many things that are like purely seasonal about it. And I guess you can make this argument for each, but
yes,
there's just a certain magic about it, because that's what's like the prep, like the pre-show for Christmas and everything that we love about winter. But fall like kind of starts to like meet those little anticipations early on. So we got pumpkin spice. We've got warm candles.
Yes.
We've got cooler temperatures after a really hot, muggy summer.
Especially
We've got
here in Indiana.
Old thrifted grandpa sweaters. Okay, listen, that's a highlight for me personally.
Show me your grandpa crew neck.
We want to see it.
Yep.
We love the thrifted sweaters. Yep. There's just so much. There's apple cider. I think part of it's nostalgia for me. However, I do have a hot take that while I think fall is the best season, it's not my favorite. We can talk about that too.
I'm confused.
I know. Listen, I'll root for an underdog season. That's my thing.
Okay.
I know.
It's the best season, but it's not. Wait, I'm very confused. It's the best season, but it's not your favorite season?
I think that out of all the seasons, I think that fall is the superior season. I think it's the crowd favorite too.
Okay.
But it's just not my personal favorite. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I can be like,
So, to be clear, you ranked fall as number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not your favorite season.
Right.
It's just the best one.
Yeah.
I'm very confused by your logic, but please continue.
Okay. Because the reason I love my favorite season is a very personal reason. And so I know it doesn't attribute to everyone else. So I'm thinking like for the crowd.
Yep.
And so
Okay.
I'm curious to hear what we got in the comments too.
Yeah.
But I think fall is crowd favorite. Pumpkin spice, raking leaves, pumpkins, fall vibes. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
Spring's number 2, and I think it's because it's fresh after winter,
Yep.
where you start to feel the warmth of the sun for the first time.
That
and those
first
feelings,
day where it's like 65, you're just like, what is this?
it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Next up is summer, and honestly, it's just the fun and the activities.
Yep.
It's the change of pace. School's out, and get to do all sorts of fun things.
Yep.
And then winter is just a big bleh for me.
Yeah.
It's fun until New Year's, and then after that,
Please just go away.
yeah. And also,
Yeah.
I'm from Michigan,
Yeah.
so I grew up with those hard winters, and they're probably not that different
Harsh.
from here,
Yeah.
but like, yeah. So that's my ranking.
Yeah. Mine would probably be close. First of all, I think, I believe it's, okay, Deontay has an opinion.
Oh, hi,
and it's-
Deontay.
Yeah. Number 1, spring. Number 2, winter. Number 3, summer. Number 4,
Deontay does
fall.
not like fall.
He is not here for fall.
Okay.
Number 1, spring. Number 2, winter. All right, Deontay, give your reasoning.
Yeah, we want to hear more about
man.
this. What's your?
I would probably, let me think. I would probably say, it's honestly, it's a real 1-2 with fall and spring.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would give it to fall
Okay.
for number 1. One, it's my birthday's in fall. It's in September, so that's always nice. And my daughter, it's her birthday. Her birthday's the day after mine, so it's so there's that. I love sweatshirts just so much, and you just can't get away with wearing one in like. It's inadequate in winter, and you will die in summer if you try to pull it off.
That's true.
Spring is hit or miss because of the rain. So like, but fall, it's like, okay, that's perfect. I love sweatshirts when I can get away with them. Yeah, I mean, just I think like I would rather it be a little chilly outside and put on a layer than it be too hot, because there's like nothing you can do about that except crank the AC and avoid being outside at all costs. Like there's not much you could do. So spring is probably a close, and also like, yeah, I love bonfires.
Yes.
Love a good bonfire. So that's always a win. Let's see. Yeah, spring would be a close second. For all the reasons you mentioned. I feel like I also like ran track in high school, and so there's a little bit of nostalgia I think attached to spring, because it's like, oh, that's like when the weather gets really nice and like you get to run again, and I'm not in a place in my life where I run right now except after my kids, but that's it. So like, yeah, I love like warm rainy days. There's something really like I feel like really great about like, okay, it's like 75 out, but it's raining. Like, so it's kind of like, because if you get a cold rainy day, you're like, oh, this is miserable. This is awful.
That's true.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Fall has cold rainy days in there. Sometimes they're fine if you like have nothing to do and you're not going anywhere. But if you've got places to be, then like cold rainy day is the worst. But like a warm rainy day, you're like, all right, this is fine.
That's
I'll probably
true.
see a rainbow or something wonderful.
Yeah.
Number 3, I could go either way. I think I could go either way. I think this might be really controversial. I might go winter and then summer. I think, one, sweatshirts.
That's
Key, clutch. Just comfy clothes. I just love all of the things that come with winter initially. I will agree. Once you get into January, it's a slog get through till in
January
Indiana,
and February.
In Indiana, it's
half of March.
when you're in January, you're not even like halfway here in Indiana. Like it goes sometimes until like it's gone until like April before. So, it's just not a safe bet. But I love like the crispness, I think, of winter and like snow Yeah, once you get past a certain point, it's hard. But the same thing could be said of like summer. Like once you get into July, you're like, oh my gosh, when is like we're almost in September and it's like 90 degrees around here. And it's like this is like
ready for cold.
Just hurry up and be fall already. So all right, Deontay has reasoning.
All right, what do we got?
Spring because winter weather. Oh, his sister's birthday is December 19th. His is December 20th. Christmas, New Year's, like lots of birthdays.
Lots of
in
celebrating,
winter, which is
That's
great. I would agree with that. Summer's always fun because weather. Fall is so wishy-washy. All there is Halloween. That's fair. That is fair. There's not like a lot of like really good holidays in the fall except for Halloween. Thanksgiving.
That's true.
I see your Halloween and I raise you Thanksgiving.
We do love Thanksgiving.
Yes. Summer's always fun. Okay, I just read that. Also, Deontay's wearing merch today.
Yes,
so,
Deontay.
Hooray, Deontay. Go,
Love to see
Deontay. Well, sweet.
Well, can I say something really quick?
Yeah, you want to respond to my very controversial statements?
I want to unpack how you can have a favorite season that isn't the best season. You know what I'm saying?
Almost skipped right by that. Yes, please tell us.
I want to have clarity on that. Okay.
Please.
Do you have a favorite athlete?
Or
a favorite?
Yeah. So
thing?
okay. So I know where you're going with
Yes.
this. I have a favorite team.
Okay.
It's my Purdue Boilermakers.
Okay.
They are categorically not good at lots of things.
But they're your favorite team.
But they're my favorite team.
See, I see seasons very similarly, where like I can acknowledge that fall's probably the better season, in my opinion. You know, where I'm like, I can see why that might be the crowd favorite.
Sure.
And you might disagree. Deontay here would probably say that spring might be the crowd favorite, or he just really likes spring and doesn't matter what other people think. But I can acknowledge, fall's got a lot of great things going, but my favorite, the one that has a special place in my heart, is spring. So I love spring. Spring for me, it is like resurrection. Like, and I'm not even trying to make like a cheesy like callback to the sermon.
That would be fine.
But like genuinely, like spring feels like resurrection to me, where like dead is coming back to life. Like the dry ground that's been covered in snow. Like you see little bursts of life. Yeah. And it just fills my little heart up. But
I'll
like
give you that.
Spring, it's spring. You know what I mean? Like it's my personal fave. But if I had to Google like ranked seasons based on like majority, I don't think it would be spring. Like I genuinely don't.
Probably not.
I would be interested to know if there's like a big survey.
There probably is.
Probably.
Somewhere.
We should
probably should look that
just
up.
check. Just check.
By the way, Indiana, while we're talking about Indiana, it's the world's popcorn capital.
Really?
Did you know that?
I didn't.
Home state of Orville Redenbacher. I did know that.
Okay.
Indiana produces more than 20% of the country's popcorn supply, with almost half of didn't know this. With almost half of the state's cropland used for corn. Yeah. I knew we had a lot of corn. In 2014, state farmers planted more than 91,000 acres of corn for popcorn. That's a lot of popcorn.
I love popcorn. Do you like popcorn? Is that like a good go-to snack for you?
I've been more into it recently. Yeah. It's not like a go-to. Especially, you get them stuck in your teeth and it's a whole chore to get them out.
The whole thing.
I could go for it. Like, it also just makes you so thirsty. That's the other thing. Although I've been into seasonings lately. Have you ever done popcorn seasoning?
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm pretty basic.
They have like a kettle corn one and barbecue flavor, and they have all kinds of crazy ones. Just looking at other state facts now while we're here. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did you ever like have those like popcorn fundraisers where you'd get like the big metal tin of like 3 different types of popcorn, but the smell would just all like blend? Like, do you know that memory?
Because I was a Boy Scout.
Oh, yes.
So, which means that we
big time popcorn salesman right here.
So we sold popcorn while the Girl Scouts sold cookies. It was not even fair. Yeah. Not even a little bit fair. Rough. It was rough. Yeah. Trying to sell popcorn is I try to buy popcorn every single time I see those, because I'm like, yo, I know. You and me, I know what that's like. Yes. You got to pay your dues, homie. I get it.
I'm going to make a mental note next time we can rank Girl Scout cookie flavors.
Oh my gosh.
I just love ranking things. I think it's very fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the ranking.
Fun fact, Kansas has the world's largest ball of twine. There you go. It doesn't say how many, but or how large it is. But
Interesting.
there you go.
Knoxville, Tennessee is home to the world's largest Rubik's Cube.
Really?
It is in a Holiday Inn hotel lobby.
That's so random.
Yep.
How big is it?
It's very big. Like, it would take up for sure this whole entire
No kidding.
area here. Like, it's probably like
Okay.
6 by 6 by 6 feet, probably.
Oh wow, that's big. That is big.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's see. I'm looking at some. This is a really good one. Massachusetts. This is one of those random laws. It's illegal to frighten pigeons from their homes. Fun fact: Massachusetts has some serious opinions on pigeon frightening.
You can persuade them.
You can persuade them to move,
but you cannot
gently.
frighten them.
Don't you dare frighten them.
Yeah, don't even
According
think about
to Section 132 of the state's general law, whoever willfully kills pigeons upon or frightens them from beds which have been made for the purpose of taking them in nets by any method within 100 rods of the same, except on land lawfully occupied by himself, shall be punished by imprisonment for not more than 1 month or by a fine of not more than $20, and shall be liable for the actual damages to the owner or occupant of such beds, meaning you literally owe the pigeons money.
So
I think that's what that means.
what I'm hearing, tell me if this is off. You
Yes.
can either spend a month in prison or pay $20. Like, is that the option there? Because that's what it sounds
shall
like.
be punished by imprisonment not more than 1 month or by a fine of not more than $20.
Because somebody
It
adding
sounds
up
like
there.
either or.
Yeah. Wow.
That, I mean, if you want to be hardcore, you want to
True.
talk.
If you want a
what
story
are you
to tell,
What are you in for?
what are you in for?
I scared a pigeon. Wow.
I want to have a conversation with Massachusetts
Yeah.
pigeon scarers and Arizona
Wow.
cactus stealers.
Arizona cactus stealers.
I got some questions.
They're just
for
in
y'all.
a general holding cell together. Okay, here's a Michigan fact for you.
okay.
It's the magic capital of the world.
Magic, as
The
in like
the city of Colon, Michigan. Are you familiar with
I am
Colon,
not.
Michigan?
Not
is
familiar.
The self-proclaimed place to hold that honorific. It's earned this through hosting a 4-day magic convention every summer, the Magician's Walk of Fame, a magic-oriented museum, and a magic capital cemetery, which is the resting place for no fewer than 28 magicians.
Interesting.
That's
Wow.
like, it's like they just picked the one random thing they want to be
Right.
known for, and they're just like,
That's what I think.
our chips are all in on magic.
That's so funny about self-proclaimed titles is that you just you just commit to a bit.
just decide.
You know?
You just decide, yeah.
That's
like,
who we are and what
like,
we do.
yeah, if my hometown here in Westfield, Indiana just decided, like, you know what? We are going to be the self-proclaimed home of badgers.
Yep.
Or like, we're the world, we made the world's best toast. Like, I don't know. That's a weird thing.
Hold on, I'm just seeing Deontay's comment really quick.
Yeah.
His personal fave is also not the number
so
one.
So he also holds a favorite
Deontay,
different than...
I feel understood.
I feel
I see
seen.
you.
Yeah,
I see you.
that's crazy. This is... Okay, I feel like sooner or later, we got to end the fun facts.
Yes.
Maybe we can...
But they're so good.
They're so fun. Okay, Mississippi.
Love a good
This state
fact.
has more churches per capita than any other state in the union. That is fascinating. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah.
Missouri. Tornadoes are literally everywhere. That's the headline. Missouri, deadliest tornado in all of U.S. history, the tri-state tornado.
Wow.
March 18th, 1925, which, killed 695 people, injured more than 2,000. That's crazy. Destroyed 15,000 homes in the region. That's wild and very sad.
It is.
Montana, a lot of the land is owned by the federal government, which makes sense. There's not a lot out there. Nebraska, the birthplace of Kool-Aid. There you go.
Can you give me your best Kool-Aid Man impression?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. And then just we need like Eric to just burst through the wall
That
here.
feels like such a
Yeah.
natural Eric Penley
It
entrance
does.
moment.
It does.
How we haven't included that in something yet is beyond me. Nevada. This is a terrible one. It's the national capital of nuclear testing.
Oh goodness.
Yep. State may be under maybe the nuclear capital of the country.
I just imagine people in Nevada are like, just going about their day, and they hear a massive explosion, and
just
they're like, "Oh, it's the second Tuesday of the month again."
There it
just
is.
business as usual.
928 nuclear tests
Wow.
at the Nevada test site between 1951 and 1992. Just over 60 miles from Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's terrifying.
That is scary.
Wow.
Scary business there.
That's terrifying. New Hampshire, possibly the oldest man-made construction in America. Interesting.
I'm surprised we don't have a good Florida fact yet. Have we seen anything?
Yeah, well, it goes alphabetically.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes sense.
unless I way passed it up. I think I did. Oh, you know what? I did pass it.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Here's your Florida fact.
I just always love
I think it had to do with alligators.
Florida facts.
Florida facts. Okay, Florida fact. You can find both gators and crocs. Florida Everglades is the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist. Interesting. Do you know how to tell the difference?
Between gators and...
Do you know how to tell the difference?
No, I don't.
I mean, I can... Yeah. I always learned... that maybe this is true or not true. I always learned that when their teeth stick out of their mouth, alligators' their teeth only point down. Because it's an upside down A. So I've learned that alligators' teeth only point down. Crocodiles go... When their mouths are closed, they go up and down.
Interesting.
That was what I learned as a kid.
My hope is just to never get close enough that I can see their teeth.
Fun fact.
But if I do now, I'll know, and that's great.
Fun fact. My wife and I once got in a canoe where we were absurdly close to a crocodile one time, and we did not mean to be. We were actually in Florida. Now that I think about it, we were on spring break with a couple of friends of ours, and we were canoeing in a lake or something, and we had accidentally because my wife is not. I have a little bit more canoe experience than her, and so we had accidentally gotten into this sort of area with a bunch of lily pads, and I looked up because I'm in the back. I look up, and probably not more than 10 feet away from us is I could see these eyes poking out of the lily pads, and I was like, back it on up, Yep. We are done here. Wow. So just in case you ever need to tell the difference, crocodiles have lighter skin and a narrower snout. Now I remember that. They have a narrower snout, while alligators have darker skin and a broader snout. But you might not want to get close enough to determine the differences for either, which is I feel like a fair point.
I have eaten gator before.
Really? Mm-hmm. I have not.
Yep, it was on a spring break trip.
Yep.
It's just, the thing to do, I guess.
It tasted
gator. Like chicken if it had been soaked in really salty, salt water. Really what you expect there.
Yes. I feel like chicken is the comparison point to
most.
Pretty much everything.
Most obscure.
Yes.
Animal by hearters. I think we have another...
Oh, let's see.
Deontay has something to say about gators.
Gators tend to be more... Yeah. Deontay knows. Gators tend to have more round snouts. Crocs have... narrow and pointy snouts.
If you're watching right now, would love to know, as far as footwear goes, are you team Crocs or are you miss me?
Team everything
miss
else.
Me with the Crocs.
Miss me with the Crocs.
Yeah, I would love to know.
I am team absolute. I probably should be team Crocs, but I am team miss me with that. I just can't.
I'm the same with you.
Yeah. I've got some guys I know though that are just all about them. They put them in sport mode.
Yep. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm a fourth grade Lauren. Loved herself some Crocs, and I wanted all the little they have a name.
Yes.
But you poke them through the little holes.
Yeah.
I wanted all of them. I don't know
what those are called.
So bad.
Yes. That's incredible.
Yep.
Oh, this is interesting. Ohio. Here's a fun. We'll maybe end with the Ohio fact.
Okay.
Ohio has the only flag in the U.S. that is not a rectangle.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the shape?
It's a swallowtail design.
Okay.
Adopted in 1902 that features a large blue triangle meant to represent the state's hills and valleys, many hills and valleys, with stripes meant to symbolize roads and waterways. A white circle in the middle. As both an O in the state name and a reference to the Buckeye State. So it's sort of this it looks like it's kind of like it's not the rectangle you'd think of. It's if one end was a little bit smaller and kind of pointed at the end a little bit, which is very interesting.
That is interesting. Ohio do be a little extra.
Ohio be like
They
that
doing-
sometimes.
Doing the most sometimes.
"We
I gotta
don't-
say that though.
We don't have much, but we have a weird shaped flag."
We got hills and valleys.
And yep,
We want you to know it.
yep. Okay, well now I need to read this out loud. I just passed another one. Oregon, the largest living organism on Earth, lives in the state's Blue Mountains. Measuring 2.4 miles across, it's a honey fungus of the Amaryllia genus that is calculated to be anywhere from 1,900 to 8,650 years old.
Okay.
It's a giant fungus in Oregon that is 2.4 miles across.
Oh.
Although, okay, you say that, but like you learn in school about the Great Barrier Reef.
That's true.
And how maybe it's like the largest continuous.
Mhm.
Maybe that's it. Like maybe they don't count the Great Barrier Reef as like one thing. It's a bunch of, I don't know. Anyway, fun
Interesting.
facts about states, everyone.
Yep.
I'm glad we did this today.
That was very fun.
That was fun.
I like a good fun fact.
Hey, if you have a fun fact, throw your favorite fun. What about New York? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's true. It's on down the list. Let me see if I can go find it. Tennessee. Oh wait, no, I'm too far. Okay, here's New York.
All right,
Just
what we got?
since you asked. Oh, this is terrifying. The New York City subway is a mere hours away from a devastating flood.
Oh.
That's terrifying.
Wait,
Fun fact, much of New York is built on a swamp and other wetlands, and the city relies on a crucial system of 753 pumps to remove 13 million gallons of water, street draining, and sewer flow every single day. 13 million gallons of water have to be moved away. Without them, much of the tunnels would be drowned. I would prefer the term flooded within mere hours.
Okay.
That sounds like a terrifying premise of a movie.
My mind goes to that instantly.
Yes.
Anytime I hear a weird scenario like that, I'm like, that's gonna make a crazy movie.
That's like Cloverfield. That's like, that's some
Wow.
kind of crazy. I mean, there's The Day After Tomorrow from, did you ever see that one?
I don't know if I have.
Oh man, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Uh-huh.
Jake Gyllen. I don't know how you say his last name. Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid. It's basically the end of the world. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool, the ice caps melted or whatever, and now New York has this giant tidal wave that like hits the city, and then it's like super duper freezing cold temperatures.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's
Not
like
great.
all of that. So it's like, okay, we have this giant flood, and then everything freezes over. Yeah, and it's basically Dennis Quaid rescuing Jake
Right.
Gyllenhaal. It's so absurd and overblown, but it's one of those things that's so dumb it's kind of fun to watch, sort of thing. There's one scene from there where it's like, oh, the eye of the storm is here, which means temperatures drop to like negative a bajillion. And it's like, there's this scene where it's like the frost. It's like the scene from Frozen where like the frost is coming down the hallway, but like you can't really see it. And so everyone is just like running and looking backwards like, oh no, the cold is coming. And it's so dumb, but so great. So anyway, fun state facts, everyone.
Yes.
The more you know.
The more you know.
So, hey, put your favorite dumb state fact in the comments. We would love to hear.
If you don't know one, just make one up.
Make one up.
We'll believe you.
We'll probably believe you. Yes. Well, cool. So speaking of working and internships, and would love to Lauren, show you the world of virtual reality if you're up for it.
I am here
if you're
for
ready
it.
to work in a virtual office space.
Okay.
Yeah, well, tell you what, let's get it set up, and then we'll have you kind of take your pick. We've got multiple occupations for you to try out, whether you want to be, you could be a mechanic or an office worker or a chef, or there's like one or two more that I'm forgetting. So yeah, we'll maybe move to get that set up,
do it.
and we'll be right back.
All right.
So stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. Here we go.
Here we go.
the cartridge from the tray.
Okay.
And let's get to work.
Oh, hang on. We lost your camera feed for some reason. Hold on. Let me figure that one out. But in the meantime, we can see what you can see. We can hear what you can hear, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah. So I'm going to take a look at your camera feed really quick, but describe the jobs. Also, you mentioned you've had quite a few jobs.
I have had quite a few jobs.
Okay, tell us about that. What are some of your favorite jobs, worst job?
I mentioned this earlier. Yeah, I worked at an apple orchard. I did. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I picked apples. They also did strawberries, so I seeded and picked out strawberries and stuff like that. I worked at an Ace hardware store. It was just like a small, like, family-owned one in the town I grew up in. And I also worked at a library. I worked at a Lowe's. I've also been a nanny, and I've worked at a craft store.
Wow.
I was an RA in college. I just done a lot of different things.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so let's see. Okay, our camera feed's back, so we're good there. Great. Double check.
Okay. So I'm just looking at my...
Go for it. And
so
then...
we got store clerk. Been there, done that. I've been camp counselor, and I was a cook assistant in a kitchen for a whole summer. Auto mechanic, an option, not a job I've had. Nothing about cars. Gourmet chef and office worker. So those are the options we're working with.
There you go. Which one appeals to you the most?
I think gourmet chef just sounds fun.
Great. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Give it a try.
Kitchen.
Oh yeah, make sure it's on level 1 though.
What?
We had Nick Ely do this the other day.
Start on 1?
Yeah, start on 1.
And then
Yep, go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Oh, I'm scared.
Hello, human. This is an accurate simulation of gourmet chef.
Gourmet chef.
Gourmet chef.
Okay. Pull paper when ready. Where's the paper?
There it is. You got it.
We'll start by making some breakfast. Turn on the grill and let's get flying.
Okay. But how hot? Oh, we don't want that to burn.
Spend the entire night
Burning
in
the
a state of
instructions.
Power consumption. They still require food energy as soon as they wake up. Bacon and eggs provide a high energy taste ratio.
Yes, they do. Okay, so we're probably gonna go in here, and I don't see bacon though. Okay, that's why.
There you go.
We're gonna start with bacon because I think that takes longer to cook.
Okay, that's fair.
And then I'm gonna grab one of these.
Bacon and eggs.
Oh,
there it is.
Okay, I'm not. Nope. We're.
It's been on the floor. Yeah. Yep. There you go.
One's getting pretty well done.
No.
Don't worry.
We're okay on the plate.
Yep. Perfect.
Now put your creations on the plate and you can
Straight up.
rebuild a
Grab that
similar
egg
to
off
Oh my
the
goodness.
off
We're
the
gonna lose
thing.
all the air in here. Okay. Yep. Ding. Yay. What level did you say Nick started on?
Okay, I think he made it all the way to like level 8 or whatever.
Oh my goodness, that's so impressive.
Yeah.
I just don't know where to put this.
I know.
This is one of the most efficient forms of human food. Simply take some of your inefficient solid food and put it through the blender.
Inefficient solid food.
Okay. Oh, what did they say?
Oh yeah, like I'm pretty sure you can like take your pick.
I want to put a carrot in there.
Perfect.
And we're gonna... Really? That's it? Oh, sorry, yeah, we're just gonna...
Go for it.
I'm going for speed now.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Oh.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Looks good. Pour it out into a cup and then you can serve it.
How do
Right.
I...
It's...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Find a cup or mug or something.
Oh my gosh. I just need this door to shut. Okay.
I know.
Let's grab a cup. Here. Anybody want a carrot and tomato smoothie?
Ooh.
Okay.
Scrumptious.
All right. I'm warmed up. I'm ready.
Yeah, you seem like you're in the zone.
All right. What do we have next?
Oh.
Hello, human. Might I trouble you for some tea and crumpets? Tea is a traditional human beverage consisting of heated water and
Water.
flavor.
I love
Water.
that.
Let's begin with heating some water using a kettle.
Lauren, are you a tea person or a coffee person?
I am a coffee person. I do like tea.
Yep.
Occasionally, I like a good chai tea,
Mm-hmm.
and I like lemon ginger tea.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna crank it up a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, I need to put it to pot.
It just disappeared.
No, I don't need that big of a pot. No.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh,
Go.
lesson
Yeah.
learned.
Go back to your grill.
Lesson learned.
It's okay.
Oh, good. It's still there. We're fine.
Oh, look at that.
Everything's fine.
Perfect. It's all fine.
And then I should probably get my cup ready.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, but wait.
Like most beverages,
Yes, very important. Right side up.
for consumption by being placed in a cup.
So you figured out Nick put the tea bag in the actual. Oh noes.
Also require
Oh, okay. I think we're fine.
What did it dump out? Look in it. Look inside. I
But
think
wait,
it
hold
dumped
on.
out. There you go.
Yep. Sorry. Whoever ordered that.
That's all I got left.
Okay, but it wants me to make crumpets now.
Oh.
Maybe it's because I didn't put it in a mug. I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah. Just keep going.
Okay, so we need to go to. What's the lever there? What does that
To your
mean?
left. Yeah,
Oh,
the hot cold one. Yeah.
Hot cold. We got a pantry here.
Yep.
Fun fact. I just moved into a new townhome.
Uh-huh.
Back in. Oh, this is going with the tea.
Yes.
Humans use devices
Oh.
called toaster.
Downstairs. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to do too much at once. Just give me a second, then I'll tell you my fun fact.
Yeah.
Toaster.
Yep, there you go.
There we go.
Put the toast in, or the crumpet
Oh, and we
in.
need two of them. No.
Hurry up, get the crumpet.
We're gonna put that one in there, and then I'm gonna take that one.
There you
Right
go.
there.
Yep.
We're not very efficient, but we're.
That's
getting there.
okay.
And that's what matters.
Ding. Oh,
see
did you
that?
catch that? That's
sure did.
great.
Okay.
Ding.
Woo.
Well done. He gets a
Um,
small sip of tea and crumpets.
I moved into a new townhome
Let's try
in
making some
June.
soup. As you can see, there are several different kinds
And
you can make, but they
there's
all
like a
start with
door.
putting some water in the pot.
in my kitchen that I assumed was a pantry, and it's actually a half bathroom.
What?
So now I tell people the bathroom's in the kitchen.
The bathroom's in the kitchen.
Literally where it is.
Wow,
Oh, okay. I need
that's
to
so
fill
weird.
Fill this with water and put it in here. Is that what I'm doing? Like what?
Oh, the pot. Get the pot. Yeah.
How do I,
Fill the whole. Can you move it?
But how do I like?
Oh,
fill
you know,
it?
oh, you gotta fill the cup with water
Okay,
and then
yeah.
put the water in the
Great.
pot. Yeah.
Well, we will do the best we can here. Oh, okay. That was enough.
Great. Now fill it up with whatever
Oh, there you go.
ingredients
There you go.
you want.
Oh, just whatever ingredients you want.
I like the creative freedom here. We're
Yeah.
gonna go tomato.
Tomato, classic.
We're gonna
It's a soup
grab-
ingredient.
Oh, come on. A mushroom.
Yep. Also a great
Some
soup
veggies,
ingredient.
Another carrot.
Carrot. This is great vegetable.
I
Well,
think-
except tomatoes are fruit, but
this?
milk,
We're
perhaps.
doing creamy soup.
Yeah. There you
Just
go.
Just to. And then let's see if we got any pantry items.
There
we
you
might
go.
have Here. Corn? Oh, potatoes.
There you go.
There. That sounds great. Okay. And we're gonna. I should have already had it cooking. That's okay. Now, is there a trash can?
That's a good question.
'Cause
I don't
I'm
think.
making a mess here.
That's okay. Oh, that's going. Great. Ding. Wow.
Yay. Oh.
Canned it and everything.
Okay. Well, we.
What is
love
it? Wait,
that.
what does it say?
It says tomato mushrooms and carrot soup.
Ooh.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Just like Mambot used to make.
Oh, okay. And we got another one.
Yep.
Next, create a vertical arrangement of organic elements.
A
Humans refer
salad.
to this as a sandwich.
Oh, okay. Sandwich. Never mind.
That makes sense. A vertical
Great.
arrangement.
We can make a sandwich.
Wait, do you have to
But do I
adjust
have bread?
a thing?
Oh.
There's a sandwich setting.
Okay. Oh wow.
That is fancy.
×4.
So I think. Oh, there you
Bread.
go.
And then I just put whatever I want on it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, that is kind of the definition of a sandwich.
You're right. Ooh, we definitely want some hot sauce. on
Hot
our salad,
sauce.
but not yet. Okay. And we're gonna just keep rolling with the tomato trend.
Yep, there you go.
And we're gonna do a tomato and
There you
cheese
go. Tomato cheese.
sandwich
Wow. What a stellar sandwich.
with an olive on top.
Always.
That's so
yeah,
good.
never.
Okay.
I'm
We're
trying to
gonna-
cut down on gluten, but that looks pretty sandwich.
Yes.
That
That's
looks
the
pretty.
first
Sandwich.
All right. This is amazing.
Yes, bonjour. Today I brought you a very rare steak. It is a 1984 vintage. I wish to prepare.
Oh gosh.
That's disgusting.
How would you like it? That's the question
What?
here.
It feels like you got to burn whatever's on there off. So,
Ooh, gross.
yeah, that's real gross.
Please,
There you go. Flip it.
continue. I do wish for it to be well done.
Okay.
Well done.
Oh, okay.
Yikes. Yep.
Ah, yes.
Perfect.
Well done. Now, if you would be
Oh.
so kind as to pair it with your finest vintage grape juice.
Vintage grape juice.
Sure thing. Maybe.
Yep. Perfect.
And I'm trying to do the two-hand approach now.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I'm doing
That's
a lot
good.
with one hand. Oh, but I have to.
Yeah, you got to pop the cork.
Yep.
Nope.
And-
Wow.
You know, even the fancy pour.
The
and
big,
everything.
yeah, the fancy pour.
Out to the restaurant at once.
Oh yeah, you got to save it. That's
Wait a
good.
second.
Conserving.
Looking at the plate there, did you realize that was famed meat aficionado meat bud? We better make sure our service is exceptional. Better slip this on the plate too.
Oh god.
That's amazing. We're bribing the
All right,
robot. That's incredible.
All right. What do we got?
Hello, it's my little Timmy Bot's birthday.
Oh, good.
Can we get some pizza for the kids?
Sure.
Pizza is generally defined as a combination of bread, tomato, and cheese. Chefs would put their own twist on the dish, adding additional food items known as toppings. Let's begin by blending up some homemade tomato sauce.
Blending some homemade tomato sauce.
Ooh,
Yep, there you go.
okay. Oh, we
Tomato,
just need
tomato.
one, probably. Okay. Oh.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Sauce to bread.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh
Where
no,
did it go?
just
Just
glitched
set
out
it
on you.
there?
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
We are almost there. Combining the bread with some
Oh,
cheese
that's
and
the way to learn
tomato
from your
sauce
mistakes. Good
are
job.
regular requirements.
There you. This is a literal nuke button attached to that microwave. There you go. You figured this out way faster than Nick and I did the first time.
Really?
Well done. Yep. Putting the mushroom on top.
And who doesn't like a little extra?
Extra
oh,
tomato.
oh, Okay. Sorry. Ooh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
yeah, it's okay.
No tomatoes.
No tomato for you. Sorry,
Okay, we're
Timmy.
gonna close the door.
Yep.
And-
Hit the
oh,
button.
3 seconds.
There you
okay.
go. That's a quick. Oh, boom! Look at that.
Yum.
Wow.
Ding.
Incredible.
There we go.
Ding ding.
All right. This is fun.
I know.
I like this.
It feels like you really got the hang of it.
Thank you.
Little Timmy is definitely allergic to tomatoes.
Oh gosh,
Could you
Timmy.
make a special slice? What do you want instead of sauce on your pizza, Timmy? I want sauce. That sauce. Make me applesauce.
Okay.
All right.
If that's what you want.
If that's what you want, Timmy. Oh, you gotta get
So-
wait. You gotta get rid of that
Timmy?
tomato sauce.
Oh,
There's still
oh,
tomato in there.
How do we do that?
Maybe put it in something else. Yeah, or just do that. That's great.
Good call. Good
Yeah,
call.
yeah.
He gets a fresh apple. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Applesauce. Applesauce sauce. That's interesting.
It is.
Probably not what I'd go with, but that's fine. There you go.
Just gonna.
One more thing. Timmy is also allergic to warmth. She can't just sit
To
there
warmth.
and scrawl.
Sure.
Allergic to warmth. Just an actual slice of cheese on
Guys,
there.
come to Traders Point Youth next week where we'll be serving applesauce pizza.
Applesauce, uncooked applesauce pizza with a giant block of cheese on top.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be amazing.
Delicious.
The human made it special for you. Just how I like it.
Perfect. Tell you what, do we want to make what? Maybe we'll make this the last order, and then
Okay.
we'll do a quick. Yeah, we'll probably call that good
Okay.
because we're coming up on time.
Sounds good.
I'm trying to propose to my romantic partner. I want to
Ooh.
be surprised. Can you hide this ring inside a sandwich or something?
Gladly.
I feel like this always goes badly whenever this
Okay,
happens in a
so first
romantic
we
comedy.
need an egg on the
Yep,
sandwich.
an
Whoops.
egg, uncooked or no? You're all right. You can get fancy with it.
Ah, an uncooked egg?
Yeah, I mean that's where I thought you were going. I was about to ask some questions.
Hey.
See, that's fancy. You even put the eggshell somewhere else. That's awesome.
And then we put the ring on it.
Yeah.
And then steak?
Ooh.
That's what I see on the picture.
There you go.
So that's what we're doing here.
There you go.
We'll just make it really
Hopefully,
special there.
yeah. This is very special.
And then I'm gonna throw a little bit.
Yeah, some hot sauce.
And
Hot sauce on that ring.
Okay.
Yup.
Best of luck to
Ding.
you, sir.
There it.
That's great. One more thing, though. I wanted to have some romantic music playing while I do it, but I forgot to burn this disc. Could you burn it for me?
To show affection for one another, humans of the past
scared.
would burn
What's it gonna be?
music onto primitive storage devices.
In the
called
toaster?
discs. The details
Wait, no.
of the burning procedure have largely been lost to history, but it must have had something.
Wait, in the toaster?
Should I actually put it
Oh,
in
he's
the toaster?
literally. You're literally gonna make you burn a CD. That's hysterical. This is
Is it gonna play it?
Hey, kids, if you've never burned a CD before, this is.
Oh,
I was gonna say this is exactly what happens, but please don't put CDs in.
You load the disc into the boombox.
oh, not on the sandwich.
Not on the sandwich.
Carefully from there.
Where's the boombox? Oh, right
Oh,
there.
yep.
All right.
Um, button on top, maybe.
I'm too short to see what's up there. Oh, yep.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. Yep. Is it playing? I can't tell.
Oh, I gotta press play. Silly me.
Yes. Perfect.
All right. We did it.
What's this, my dear? My sandwich feels much heavier than usual.
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting. I wonder if there's something different.
Am I supposed to play the music?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What's this?
That's my sweet. I
Wow.
you.
I emotion you.
Finding partnership.
Oh, of course. I'm the happiest spot in the world.
Yay.
Yay, Twoo Wov.
It was affirmative.
We did it.
We did it. We paired off the robot couple. Oh my gosh. That is incredible. Yeah, Lauren, if you want to take that off.
Okay.
Wow. What a way to end. Robot True Love.
What a
That
time.
is amazing.
Okay.
Well, hey, y'all. Thanks so much for being with us. We had a time.
We
We
did.
got to talk about Youth Night. You guys got to see the merch.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should come to the next Youth Night. It's going to be incredible. We
is.
talked about Kenny's message.
We talked about fun state facts.
We talked about fun state facts and our favorite seasons,
Mm.
and we got to be a gourmet chef.
Yeah.
Wow. What a full day today. Well, hey, we hope you guys had an amazing time. We know we had fun.
We did.
Hey, come back every Monday at 3:30. If you are here in the Indy area, we would love to see you on a Sunday night at one of our 5 o'clock services. We do youth at our 5 o'clock service, and then we go to small groups together. It's always an awesome time. So you can go to tpcc.org/youth for all the information. And yeah, it's just a great time, y'all. We would love to see your face. So until next time, until next Monday, we love you very much. We'll see you soon.
Bye,
Deuces.
everybody.